Hi, I'd like to show you a couple things about the Schoology page in chemistry and show you how you can access your students' progress in this class. But first, let me show you the page. I made a fake page for my daughter, just so you can see what it would look like. This is what, if she was a student in the class, this is what it would look like. Right here, if your child ever gets, for some reason, kicked out of Teams because something weird happens, they can always access our class Teams where we do our live classes through here. You scroll down here, this is where our course content is, but more importantly, down here, there's a parent resource folder. There'll be any information for you that you can use to help your child be successful, including the newsletters I will be sending every Sunday. I will be emailing them out, and I will also double the effort here. A few other things I want to show you about Schoology. If you go to the left-hand side, there's something called updates. And there I put updates for the students. So if you see here, this was an update I sent on Friday, kind of wrapping up the week for the students, saying this is what we've worked on, this is what we learned. Next week we're going to work on these things. You need a calculator. These are the 4 things that are due this coming week. And a bunch of other information. So I tend to communicate with the students through there. But to get to grades, if you go all the way to the left, underneath updates, which is where we are right now, and you go to grades, you shall see your students' grades. So there's a couple things I want to show you. First, we have this section up here called Check for Understanding. Now that's where you check the progress of your child in class right now. These are not grades that go into Skyward. This is just for you to check their progress, see if they're on track, if they're doing what they need to do before a grade shows up. So for this week, we had a couple things, not a ton. They were required to sign up for UT Quest, which is how we do homework in pre-AP chemistry. UT Quest is out of the University of Texas, and they had to sign up for an account, and then there was a practice assignment that they were supposed to do so they can get used to the interface before it counts for a grade. So if they got 100, they did that. We signed up in class. I walked them through it in class. There was also, every week I'll put an engagement grade to show you how engaged they were in class. Sometimes students have a tendency to log in, not turn on the cameras, and walk away from their screens. And this, I can tell that because I have engagement portions built into my lesson. So for instance, in this week, my hypothetical student, my daughter, only engaged with 60% of the lesson. She did not fully engage in Nearpod, which is how we're doing our lesson. So I have engagement portions built in, and she only did 60% of it. And so I will be giving that every single week. Okay. Then we have our daily grades and we have our major grades. This is where our tests will occur. Under major, we have our first test on the 31st. But these are our daily grades. There's a safety quiz that needs to be done, completed by Monday. Here I have marked it missing for her, just so you can see what it looks like when something is missing. It'll have a little key and it'll say missing. Here, students were supposed to get a safety contract signed by you and do an introduction form. Here I marked that she got a 50% because she was still missing a safety contract. She did do her intro form. And then they have an assignment, a Quest assignment that counts for a grade due on Thursday on scientific procedures. And right now there's no grade there, so there's a little blank mark. I will enter grades into Skyward hopefully on Fridays, generally. But you can always check progress through the week here. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to send me a message. I also have a class remind, which you are welcome to join. The code is at the top of the Schoology page. Right. Well, you can't see it. Top of the Schoology page. Right here in this little cartoon. If you have any other questions, please let me know.